really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a play fake. Rodgers. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. On play action, now Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Black. Lynch 50, here we go. Where's your hard?
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Gun.
Throwing is Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he slides to avoid the hit. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. More from Minneapolis after this.
That's fine. Yeah.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he checks this one down to Williams. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. First down now, but that clock rolling.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
You reset. Hey, easy.
They go back to the ground with Williams. He gets away from one, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Powerful running. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Working from the gun. Rodgers stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already have what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Well. Hey, check 26.
On second down, here's Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Again, it's Williams. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Second down, Cousins. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Gun! Watch your 50.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. Fancy footwork in midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll roll him out right. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. To the ground game. Here's Murray. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Let's go. Yellow. Where's the hot?
Cousins now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Going for it all. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Throwing, Cousins. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Eli Rogers with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
319.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
The busy night continues for Williams. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On play action, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game. And on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose, as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rodgers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Cousins now 12 of 15 throwing the ball. 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now a give. This is Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, it's Murray. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Tackle there by Clay Matthews. Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap. Jump too quickly.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. 10th carry of the game now. Murray. Finding room to the 20. Oh, fancy run. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Valdez Scantling. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Packers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
To throw is Rodgers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
A handoff. It's Murray. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. What is that?
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Minnesota, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.